Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. There's some serious buzz swirling around the Giants front office right now, and it's centered on a potential game-changing move that could shake up the NFC East big time. Rumors have been floating around that the Giants are close to pulling off a blockbuster trade for none other than Derrick Henry, the star running back from the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Henry, isn't he getting a bit long in the tooth at 32? But let me tell you, the impact he could have on this Giants team is nothing short of transformative. This isn't just a splash move. It's about redefining what the Giants can do offensively, especially in the run game, which, let's be honest, has been a bit lackluster in recent years. Sources close to the negotiations say that the Giants are offering a first-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Henry, aiming to free up some cap space for the Ravens while adding a proven, dominant force to their backfield. Now, there's still no official confirmation. These things tend to stay under wraps until they're ready to drop, but the whispers are loud enough for Giants fans to get excited. The idea is that Henry's presence would instantly boost the Giants' run game, making it a nightmare for defenses to stop. Imagine Saquon Barkley sharing the backfield with Henry, or even taking the lead in certain situations. Defenses would have no answer. Henry's stats are still impressive, even at his age. Last season, he rushed for over 287 yards, placing him fifth among running backs with 12 touchdowns, which ranked him fourth in the league. His yards per carry sit at a solid 4.6, and he's still breaking tackles at an incredible rate, 22 last season, second in the league. His overall PFF grade of 82, 4 an elusiveness rating of 80. One show that he's still a highly effective and explosive player. And don't forget, Henry's career total rushing yards have surpassed 10,000 yards with more than 100 touchdowns on his resume. He averages around 4.7 yards per carry over his career, and in 2024 he put up 825 yards and 12 touchdowns, proving he can still carry a heavy workload. What makes this move even more intriguing is Henry's recent durability. He only missed one game in 2025, despite a history of injuries earlier in his career. His yards after contact last season was 3.2 yards, top in the league, and his consistency has been remarkable. Comparing him to Adrian Peterson's legendary 2012 season, Henry's longevity and durability stand out. His ability to grind out tough yards, especially in cold weather, and his knack for making big plays in crucial moments could be exactly what the Giants need to push into serious playoff contention. On the other side, the Ravens are in a bit of a tricky spot financially. Coming off an 11-6 season with playoff appearances, they're looking to shed some cap space, around $15 million, by trading Henry, who still has a lot of tread left on his tires. They also need to extend key players like Mark Andrews, so moving on from Henry makes sense from a cap management perspective. But some NFL insiders remain skeptical about investing in a running back of Henry's age, especially as rushing yards have declined about 8% across the league, and the offensive style has shifted away from a physically dominant run game to a more balanced or even pass-heavy approach. Now, how does this impact the Giants? Well, for starters, it instantly elevates their rushing attack, which was ranked 30th last season with just 500 rushing yards. With Henry in the backfield, projections show the Giants could see their rushing yards jump by over 500 yards, pushing their total well above 30 yards, and their rushing touchdowns could double, reaching around 15. This kind of ground game dominance would open up so many options for Daniel Jones and the offensive line. The EPA, expected points added, per rush would see a significant increase, with estimates around plus 0.15, making the Giants' offense much more explosive and unpredictable. Henry's style of running, powerful, physical, and relentless, would create mismatches in power runs, forcing defenses to stack the box and opening up more space for receivers. This is exactly what the Giants need to take their offense to the next level. You think about how the Seahawks benefited from the Metcalf trade last year, boosting their aerial attack and overall efficiency. A similar boost on the ground for the Giants could elevate them from a middling offense into a serious contender. Their YPC, yards per carry, could rise from around 3.8 to nearly 4.8, and broken tackles per game could increase by 2, making the run game a true weapon. The offensive line, which has struggled at times with run blocking, would see its grade improve from around 60 to 75, thanks to Henry's ability to create yards after contact and finish runs with power. His history of injuries is low for his age, and he's proven to be a clutch performer in cold weather, something the Giants will need as they face tough divisional rivals and playoff-bound teams in tougher climates. All these factors combine to make a compelling case for Henry's potential impact. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could be a major catalyst for the Giants' Super Bowl ambitions. If Henry can replicate his 2024 form, over 800 rushing yards and double-digit touchdowns, he would instantly become one of the most explosive workhorses in the league during the playoffs. His ability to deliver big bursts, especially in goal-line situations, could be the X factor that elevates the Giants from a good team to a true title contender. The odds for the Giants to win Super Bowl LXI would see a dramatic shift, going from +20, 0 odds to a much more realistic +6, 0, reflecting the added star power and confidence in their championship window. In terms of how Henry fits into the Giants' overall strategy, it's about creating a physical smash-mouth identity that can wear down opponents over 4 quarters. This would be especially effective in the cold weather games, where power running and ball control become even more critical. The Giants' offensive scheme would be built around a dominant ground game, with play-action passes and deep shots off the run, making defenses hesitate and opening up the field. And let's not forget the playoff scenarios. Henry's experience and explosiveness in postseason games could be exactly what the Giants need to break through. His history shows that he's a playoff performer, capable of taking over games with big runs and tough yards when it matters most. This would give the Giants a real X factor in close games, especially in high-stakes situations like goal line stands or third and short scenarios. Now all of this hinges on the trade actually happening, but the signs are promising enough that Giants fans should be getting excited. A move like this isn't just about upgrading the roster. It's about sending a message to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious contenders, ready to punch their ticket back to the postseason and beyond. It's a bold step, but one that could pay huge dividends if executed correctly. The combination of Daniel Jones, a revamped offensive line, and a game-changing back like Derrick Henry could be the perfect storm for the Giants to finally reclaim their place among the NFC's elite. As we look ahead, the NFC East is already shaping up to be a fierce battle, but with Henry potentially joining the fold, the Giants could suddenly be the team to beat. The division rivals, like the Eagles and Cowboys, will need to prepare for a Giants squad that's revamped and ready to impose its will on the ground. It's a thrilling time for Giants fans, and this move could be one of the most exciting in recent franchise history. The excitement is building, and we'll be watching closely to see how this story unfolds in the coming weeks. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Giants fans? Is Derrick Henry the missing piece to get us back to the Super Bowl? Would this move elevate our team and finally give us that offensive punch we've been craving? The potential is enormous, and if this trade goes through, it could be a game changer not just for 2026, but for the franchise's future. Imagine the roar of MetLife Stadium with Henry powering through defenses, breaking tackles, and setting the tone for every game. That's the kind of vision we all want to see come true. The Giants have been building steadily over the past few seasons, and now, with this kind of move, they could leapfrog many of their NFC competitors. The combination of a strong defense, a rising offense under Brian Daboll's coaching, and a star like Derrick Henry in the backfield could turn the tide in our favor. Fans are dreaming about the possibilities, big runs, playoff bursts, and maybe even that elusive Super Bowl victory that's been just out of reach for too long. This is the kind of move that can spark a new era for the Giants, one where grit and power define our identity. In the end, it's all about execution and confidence. If the Giants can bring Henry on board and integrate him smoothly into their offense, there's no telling how far this team can go. The NFC East is already shaping up to be a war zone, with every team stacking their chips, but the Giants might just have made the boldest move of them all. So stay tuned, stay hyped, and let's hope that this report turns into a full-blown Giants blockbuster trade. Because if it does, we're in for a ride that could redefine the franchise's future and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to New York. Keep the faith, Giants fans. The best is yet to come. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.